All right, Alderman Newsome, it is now your show.
Thank you. I'm going to call to order the November 2nd, 2020 Special Virtual Finance and Purchasing Committee at 5:33. Roll call, please.
Alderman Moiseo,
Here.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Here.
Alderman Rivera,
Present.
Alderman Seeger, Alderman Seeger,
Unmute yourself.
I can see you, Alderman Seeger. Can you raise your hand? Okay, is that sufficient, Clerk Kilkelly?
Should be verbal. Can you not do it, sir?
Unmute yourself.
If you hit the space bar, that should, there you are.
Here.
All right.
Very good, thank you.
All right. Sorry about that.
No problem. Item C, approval of the minutes. I'll take a motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Seeger to approve the minutes from October 19th, 2020. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Seeger,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Are there any public comments for the Finance Committee this evening?
No, Madam Chair, there are no comments. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Item 2, new business. Item A, motion to authorize the execute of a contract with C Orba in the amount of $318,980 expiring April 30th, 2023 for the purpose of bridge and culvert engineering services pursuant to Section 2-458, Subsection I-4, Professional Services Waiver to the competitive bidding process. I'm going to take a motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Moiseo. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Seeger,
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item B, motion to authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with Compass Minerals America Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $387,500 for the purpose of purchasing rolled salt pursuant to Section 2-458, Subsection I-3, Government Joint Purchasing Exemption, State of Illinois CMS Joint Purchasing Contract, number 20.416, CMS DOSS 4-9-12695. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Rivera. And this is coming out of the motor fuel tax funds. Are there any questions to this motion? Being none, roll call, please.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Seeger,
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item C, motion to extend the contract with Express Employment Professionals for a total amount not to exceed $200,000 through April 30th, 2022, pursuant to Section 2-458, Subsection I-4, Professional Services Waiver to the competitive bidding process. The CDBG department would like to continue using Express Employment Professionals funded via their federal allocations. And we currently have a temp from this agency, and they look to hire another temp, and this will cover the cost of both temps for the next 2 years. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call. Oh, I need a motion. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood. Second by Alderman Seager. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item D, motion to approve an ordinance amending and codifying the City of Waukegan investment policy. I'm going to take a motion by Alderman Moiseo. Second by Alderman Seager. And Dr. Schwab, would you like to address this? I guess I can read, but you can talk about why we're doing this.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Doctor?
Okay. So I thought this was going to be at the regular city council meeting, so just give me a second.
Okay.
There've been two different forms sent out. I'm not sure because I'm not in person, which one you have, right? So the first one will give you 16 pages. It'll start out with City of Waukegan investment policy.
Yes.
All right, and the third page is I have it printed out.
I can't hear him.
Are you still talking, Dr. Schwab?
Yep, I have my bar pushed down.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
You went out for a while. We didn't know if you were still talking.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll start over.
Okay.
There were two sets of paper possibly sent out. The
Mhm.
first one would have been sent to all you and all the aldermen. It's 16 pages.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it starts with the City of Waukegan investment policy. 2 pages in, okay, the first page, change is the insured by FDIC. The changes. Insured.
You still keep breaking up. Doctor,
I've got my hand held on the bar.
you can just explain to us why we're doing this investment, why they're changing the policy. You explained it to me, but I can't explain it
Yeah,
in detail
yeah.
like
Well,
you did. Just explain why we're.
Well, I hope you can hear me. So the first one is just changing the wording from specifically FDIC insurance
Mhm.
to being federally insured.
Okay.
So it's just a change of terminology. So any investment I have, okay, through any banking institution or anybody else has to be federally insured. Everybody doesn't have FDIC insurance. This is just a broader scope that requires federal, okay, insurance for the first 250,000. Right. To explain better, when we're going to be bonding out $15 million, okay, the first 250 are covered by federal insurance through any banking institution. The rest is all insured by reinsurance. So they either buy reinsurance, okay, from some companies that provide it at their expense, or we have letters of credit through the federal home banking system at 110% of the amount. That's already in our policy. But I just wanted to explain that for a minute. We're insured for 250,000 with any of these institutions. Okay, we are insured. No amount of our money goes out without being insured, but it's called reinsurance for the amounts above $250,000.
Okay.
Were you able to hear me? Were you able to hear me fairly well?
Yes, we did. Are there any questions from the committee on,
This is the first part.
okay,
So
all right.
the second part and all the 16 pages are a total explanation of the additional changes that were requested by the state of Illinois state attorney or treasurer for the state of Illinois, and from our auditors, made the request to change this. So the simpler one is on these ordinance that you should have in front of you. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so that should be K on that list. It should be K, support for the Illinois Sustainable Investment Act. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so the thing of it is that these will not affect my investment, the investments at all. We don't invest in long-term. We don't invest in individual stocks.
Okay.
And the example is, if I would have invested 15 million in the S&P 500, all right, in March, the stock dropped, S&P 500 dropped 30%. Now, virtually all of that has been recovered until recently, but that's why we invest in no individual companies or individual stocks or groups of stocks. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to do it, and I have no intention of doing it. What this includes is really has to do with pension plans. Okay, not really the Waukegan Treasurer's Office. Okay, but the areas of interest to it, but not limited to, as it says, corporate governance and leadership has to be taken into consideration. 2, environmental factors have to be taken into consideration. Social capital factors, human capital factors, and business model and innovation factors provided under the Sustainable Act. We put this wording in, none of this applies to the city of Waukegan and to my treasurer's office. We made the change on the recommendation of the state treasurer and our auditors.
All right.
You can read all of the verbiage in the first one that was sent out in the 16 pages. So there's explanations of each one of those items in there, but none of them pertain to what we do at the city of Waukegan.
All right. Thank you. Are there any questions? Okay, I'll take a roll call. Did you get the motion, Tina?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. Item E, ordinance approving an appropriation transfer relative to the annual appropriations adopted for the May 1st, 2019 to April 30th, 2020 fiscal year. I'll take a motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Kirkwood. The city approves an annual appropriation and supplemental appropriations to control the overall spending of the organization for the fiscal year. This allocates monies by fund and further into department and expenditure categories as a spending plan for the year. Now that the fiscal year ending April 30th has concluded and final accounting adjustments have been made, it has been determined that certain sums of money contained in the annual appropriation ordinance need to be transferred from their original accounts to different accounts as set. Are there any questions to what we're doing?
Yeah, is this some sort of a shortfall, or can you explain where the money is being distributed into?
Ms. Tina?
Sure, it's not a shortfall at all. This is really just a housekeeping issue at the end of the fiscal year once the audit is complete. At the last Finance and Purchasing Committee, I did present the results of the audit. The appropriation itself, the attachment, which is included in the board docs materials, the total appropriation was $177 million. This does not change the overall appropriation. The actual expenditures ended up at 153 million, 152.7 to be exact. So we came 23 to 24 million under the appropriation. This is just simply moving appropriation between funds or certain categories. So for example, in the special revenue funds, if you look at, let's see, the Fund 295, which is the local forfeiture fund, that overall appropriation was 123,000. Actual spent was 117,000. So that came in under its appropriation. So we were able to take 5,300 from that total appropriation and transfer it to the narcotics fund, which went slightly over its appropriation. But in total, we monitor this throughout the fiscal year. We will not transfer between categories without additional steps. This is just truing up, and it's part of what's included in the audited financial statements. But if you look at the very last page on the attachment, you can see that the appropriation doesn't change overall.
Same numbers.
I believe Alderman Rivera might have, either I froze or he froze. I'm not sure.
No, thank you, Tina.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions? Roll call.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Seager,
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. We have a quarterly travel, reports and communication. Did everyone look at those reports? If you have any questions regarding those, the travel, entertainment reimbursement. Being none, I'll take a motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Rivera to adjourn at 5:51. Roll call, please.
Alderman Moiseo,
Aye.
Alderman Kirkwood,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye, motion carried. We are adjourned.